You all know that on New Year's Eve we got a call of little David Puckett missing from his home. Many of us responded that evening, and that is when the intensive search and investigation began. Well over 150 personnel over these last few days from a variety of law enforcement agencies, including the Aurora Police Department, Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children, the Arapahoe County Search and Rescue, and many others spent a lot of time this last weekend searching for David. We had well over 200 volunteers over the last couple days who have also spent a lot of time, volunteer citizens, who have spent a lot of time searching this area in hopes of finding David. I have the very unfortunate news of letting you know that in a pond just behind me, about 200 or 300 yards away, that we found the body of what appears to be a child inside the pond underneath the ice. At this time, we are not able to give a definitive identification on that individual. I will say, however, that because of this information and because of our suspicion, I had the unfortunate experience of having to inform David's family of what we found. We informed the family of where David was found, of where we found the individual, and we did let the family know that it was going to take some time before we could have a positive identification on the person. At this moment, we are treating this the pond area and the area around it as a crime scene. We are going to investigate it with our crime scene investigators, with the assistance of the FBI and so forth, to make sure that we do a very thorough investigation and to determine what happened. As I said earlier, a lot of time and effort went into this investigation and this search. This area was searched heavily by officers, search and rescue, volunteers, etc., even family members. How we came to the pond was basically, well, let me back up a little bit. We had brought bloodhounds in early on in this investigation, and not yielding a lot of good results. We were able to bring a specialty dog in yesterday. That dog started indicating around the pond, and then we had firefighters from what agency?
Boulder County Ranger Rescue, K-19.
And the firefighters were from?
We have Aurora Technical Rescue was one of them.
Right. Today. And they went into the water, and that is when they located the body. Calvin, is there anything you want to say?
The only thing I'll say is that our thoughts and prayers go to David and his family. And as a part of the law enforcement community, the FBI was grateful for the opportunity that Aurora gave us to contribute to this investigation. Unfortunately, it's not the outcome that we had hoped for, but again, this was a great example of the law enforcement community coming together to conduct an investigation, and again, unfortunate outcome.
So, in talking with the family, as you can imagine, even though we don't have a positive identification yet, they are devastated, and they are asking, and I'm asking on their behalf. They've asked me to pass this on to the media, that to please respect their privacy as they're going through trying to process all this. I also want to thank you and the media for all the assistance that you've provided these last few days. You've been great partners in getting information out to us, and getting information out to the community as to what we that we labeled as our number one priority investigation. Our officers are going to continue in this investigation. We're not shutting anything down at this time. We're going to continue doing what we need to do until we have definitive word on the final outcome. So.
Chief, are there any concerns of foul play or just the transpires?
You know, I can't really say yet. That's a really good question, but that's why we're going to treat it as a crime scene, and that's why we're going to process it and make sure that we do everything humanly possible to get a good idea of what occurred.
It was today the body was discovered?
Yes.
Chief, was a pond searched earlier?
No, not. We had a lot of folks went around the pond. There was no indication that there had been any breakage in the ice. In fact, even the family members said that they had gone around it and didn't see anything. But again, when the dog hinted around there, the divers went in, and then that's when they found it.
Does it appear, though, that, I mean, what you're seeing, that it wasn't like the body was put there later, that the boy just obviously for that first day?
We're not going to assume anything. Again, this is a crime scene, and we're going to treat it as such, and so we're going to take all the forensic examinations that we can and try to, reenact, if you will, what could have happened that evening.
It was yesterday that the dog, I guess, honed in on that.
Can you specify
Yeah,
that?
so last night we brought in a specialty canine dog, an air scent dog from Boulder County, and they expressed some interest on the pond, and so last night we requested a further research or searching into the pond.
The family there currently, as the process of, recovering the body, is the family over there, I guess?
At the pond?
Yes.
No, ma'am. Mm-mm. No, they're at home.
One more question? Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, folks.